Environment and Rural Affairs Department, has resigned this afternoon. He's with me now to explain why. You have supported Brexit for a very long time. You have also supported the Prime Minister's deal to leave. So why have you resigned today?
Well, I think this week there's been an important and I think quite dangerous development, which is Parliament taking direct control of this process away from the government. And I've decided that I want to be able to participate in this debate. And the best way to do that is actually to leave the government, so I've got the freedom to act in these critical few weeks. And I think it would be highly dangerous for our country to go cap in hand to the European Union at the 11th hour and beg for an extension. We will be literally over a barrel of a gun. We have to have the confidence and courage to walk away without an agreement if we can't get the Prime Minister's deal through.
You've talked about undignified retreats in the past. How do you think this whole thing has been handled? Do you think the Prime Minister could have done more to do this in a different way?
Well, the Prime Minister's had two very difficult problems, which I completely appreciate. First of all, there has been a group of MPs in Parliament who've refused to respect the referendum result and have sought to undermine it. And secondly, frankly, the European Union have not approached these negotiations in good faith. They've deliberately played games, made things take longer than they needed to, dragged things out and frustrated progress of the talks. And those two factors have left the Prime Minister in a difficult position, which I understand. But given that that is where we are, I believe we have to have the courage as a country to walk away without an agreement initially and to continue discussions after, if that is what it takes to get this done.
But what is your message to fellow pro-Brexit MPs in your own party who haven't so far backed the Prime Minister's deal? Because you have, and you say that you will do so again. Why are you backing her and they're not?
Well, I'm backing her withdrawal agreement because even though it's not perfect and I've got reservations about it, I do think it's preferable to have an orderly Brexit. And crucially, it's preferable to get Brexit done. We have to get legally out of the European Union as quickly as possible within this window. If we don't and we end up with a long delay of 2 years, as some would like, then I really do fear that we'll be in a disastrous situation and that Brexit may never happen at all.
You think that if the Prime Minister was mandated by MPs effectively to ask for an extension, she wouldn't get the short extension that she says it would be?
Well, if she is forced by Parliament at the 11th hour to go and beg for an extension, the European Union would have us over the barrel of a gun and they would be able to dictate the terms of that extension, knowing full well that we'd already bottled it as a country and didn't have the courage to leave.
And what do you say to those in your own party, the so-called Remainers, those ministers, a large number of them, who have publicly said that they were willing to resign if the Prime Minister didn't act? Do you think they were right to do that?
No, I think they were very wrong to do that, and they've undermined our own government at a critical stage. Just as Geoffrey Cox, the Attorney General, is there trying to get an agreement, they sent a clear signal that if we didn't get an agreement that was acceptable to Parliament, well, we as a country would just bottle it and extend things and kick it into the long grass. I think it's been a terrible message to send, and I think they made a terrible mistake. We need them to show more courage.
George Eustace, thank you very much indeed. So Brexit has another resignation, one of very many that Theresa May has had in the last year.
Vicky, thank you very much. Vicky Young, ending what's been a very busy afternoon live today.